Dímelo! Dímelo, Bo Dominican York. What's going on, mi gente? What's going on? Straight into it. Thomas KOSMALA, number 6, BRUME RADIEUSE. On their website, it says it is a spicy, woody, erotic. $235. It is sold out. You can still pick this up on Joma Shop for less than $100, I think. But that spicy, woody, erotic, they say it's edgy, intoxicating, and a little dark. This magnetic scent sparks intrigue and turns heads. An astute nose will marvel at the artful balance between heavier, smoky notes, soft, sensual facets, and subtle, fruity tones. Smoke, leather, and warm amber harmonize with subtle rose, sweet tonka, and black currant for a fragrance masterclass in alternative sophistication. Wow, pretty true. Top notes: black currant, saffron, and bergamot. Middle notes: rose, vanilla, tonka bean. Base notes: leather, amber, and musk. Let's go to the screen. Let's see if you always get a decent atomizer with KOSMALA. I touched the end of the curtain. I pressed as hard as I could that last one. It is my scent of the day. To me, I think the leather really runs throughout the entire fragrance, from the top to the bottom. Today, it almost felt oody-like. It felt like felt fungal, in a great way. The way you like to smell a funky foot, your wife's funky foot or something. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not saying I'm into that, whatever. But it has a pungentness that really remains and just lightens up because the fruitier nuances start to pick up later on. And really the dry down is really heavenly. It's soft. It's really sweet. An ambery kind of aura, a little glow, a little ambery glow at the end of it. But the juice is not super dark. I do get a full day's wearing out of this. It does last the full day for me. I do get 8+ hours out of it. But I think what KOSMALA does really helps to latch to whatever DNA I have. That's why I am a fan of the DNA. I've got several bottles. Number 6 is one that I've leaned on less, and that really was the influence for me to this morning. Not to mention that I've been on a oody saffron rose journey as of late, and this has that feeling without having oud. I don't know why, but I think that leather and whatever it mixes with, and maybe there's other hidden accords or hidden notes, but whatever it mixes with really gives me a pungent feel in the top that is, to me, very masculine and mass appealing. But I don't know how the top notes of black currant, saffron, and bergamot are doing that. To me, the only answer is that the leather really is playing through the entire fragrance, and then it's really mixing with that rose. Whatever pungentness is mixing with that leather and rose and giving me that effect of that rose oud DNA sometimes. Not that this is, but you kind of can see where the rose oud DNA goes at the start of this. It changes later on. This is to me, and to my nose, it is a transitional fragrance because that pungent, even right now, after a couple sprays, it's starting to lighten up. And they describe it as a spicy, woody, erotic. I don't necessarily get the erotic. I do get the spiciness, but it's not a pungent spicy. It's not a. It's a fungal spice, a fungal pungency that I tend to enjoy, and that's what agarwood is. I think it's a tree that's been infected, and then they harvest some of that tree and create some kind of juice out of it. So it gets funky. Besides number 6, Bliss in Paradise, we'll talk about soon. This is one that has oud. And I don't know if it's a fabricated, man-made oud or natural oud, but we'll figure that one out. But that's something that I really want to get into. But No.6 is an amazing fragrance, one to get your nose on and sample. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Que Dios te bendiga.